Now, of course, as usual, I haven't watched this video before. It comes from a channel called Tomboy for Life, Vanessa Vokey. Apparently this is like a side channel they have, and they've got like a bigger channel somewhere. But apparently this person is a swerf who claims to be a feminist. And they're against pornography and like female objectification, but they also claim to be a feminist, which is pretty funny for reasons we'll get into in a moment. And she made a video called Hot Tub Streams and the Eilish Vogue photoshoot. And we're just going to go ahead and get balls deep into this video here.
Hi, my name's Vanessa. I'm a
wow, you're
photographer,
quiet.
an artist, and a sewist from Canada. And today I'm going to talk about a few things, starting with the news over at Twitch. For the past few months, hot tub streams have taken over Twitch, with many of the platforms...
Oh! She's a TERF and a swerf and got banned from YouTube and then dodged the ban with a new channel. So this is actually her ban evading. Cool! Well, hey, maybe my video covering this will help get her rebanned.
Platform's biggest stars partaking and seeing substantial growth. However, the success has not come without controversy.
Okay, so for those of you guys that don't know what she's talking about right now, do you guys know about the Twitch hot tub meta? I think it's phenomenal. I love the Twitch hot tub meta, and I promise I'm not biased, okay? I promise all of you right now, I have no reason whatsoever to love this hot tub meta, okay? No reason whatsoever, okay? This meta is some of the best content Twitch has ever seen. I believe that is an extremely fantastic way to broadcast yourself on the internet. It is a great meta. I love the hot tub meta. I'm a big fan of the hot tub meta myself. I'm a big fan of the hot tub meta if I do say so myself. Anyway, yeah, no, people are big mad about the hot tub meta because they like sexual content, what have you. Let's go ahead and watch the video. Okay, let's hear her take.
As many view the broadcast as being too sexual for Twitch and wish to see the content removed from the site. This is just another in a long line of examples of women objectifying themselves for their own financial benefit. And it's to the detriment of other women all the time.
All right. Whew. Wow, we got a lot. There's a lot to unpack here. So for starters, what she's wearing, I'm sorry. I'm pretty, like, libertarian, but a lefty libertarian when it comes to what people do. Like, as long as people aren't hurting anybody else, I don't care what they do. But the lack of drip, the energy that this woman is giving off is poisoning me right now. I'm not kidding, okay? From head to toe, this woman's entire style, vibe, drip, all of it is giving me cancer, okay? My bones are currently becoming brittle and breaking because my bone marrow is disintegrating. I need to be put on chemo and radiation stat, okay? Complete lack of drip, all right? And the energy is bad too, of course. Also, let's let her finish her argument before we respond, actually.
Specifically, other Twitch streamers who are female and happen to not want to do a hot tub stream are now getting bombarded with comments and harassment asking them to strip down, even though that's not something they ever wanted to do.
Okay. What a feminist take. What a fantastic feminist take right there. It is the fault of women who are doing hot tub streams because they're deciding to objectify themselves for money, which is causing men to ask women who don't want to do that to also do hot tub streams, and all of that is the fault of the women doing the hot tub streams. Hey, guess what? Maybe I thought of this because, you know, maybe I'm not feminist enough, so I didn't see this or something. I don't know. I feel like if men are doing something bad, maybe we should try to teach the men doing the bad thing to not do that bad thing, or at the very least impugn the people actually doing the bad thing. You find pretty often when it comes to like very conservative, swerfy, sex negative feminists, it's hard to even call them feminists because they're not. They aren't feminists. By definition, they are not. It's very common for them to actually blame women for things that men do. Now, don't get me wrong, feminism isn't about hating men or impugning the actions of men, but it is about raising up the way that women are treated in society, which typically tends to be the fault of men, though, of course, hashtag not all men. So it is pretty interesting here to see this swerve argue that it's women's fault for what men do. Sounds like a very, in fact, anti-feminist conservative argument.
There are plenty of celebrities and social media influencers who have exploited their sexuality or hypersexualized themselves and made themselves into a sex object just for men to consume. Even though they have tons of little girls singing their lyrics, even though they have tons...
Wait. Do you know the difference between sexualizing yourself and over-sexualizing yourself? So, for starters, there's a distinction to be made here, okay? There's a difference between sexualizing yourself and over-sexualizing yourself, okay? There's a difference there, I think. I think there's a valid difference there worth acknowledging. Also, I've got something in my eye as well. God, my face is always, like, itchy or has some sort of irritation happening on it that makes me have to fiddle with it. I don't know what the fuck's going on with me. Maybe it's ADHD. I don't fucking know, but it's annoying as hell and only happens when I'm streaming.
Tons of little girls watching their music videos and imitating them and mimicking them. They don't see themselves as role models. I've picked just a few quotes from the Billie Eilish Vogue UK interview, just to highlight some of the hypocrisy that she seems to be showing. And
Dude, the conservative outrage, and this woman is a conservative, by the way, even if she claims to be a feminist, okay? Sex negative feminism is conservatism. The fucking drama around Billie Eilish is hilarious to me, dude. It's really hilarious to me. For those guys that don't know, at least from my understanding, Billie Eilish was known for being one of the few, like, young women in the music industry that tended to dress and behave in, like, a very, like, I don't even want to say modest, but almost overly conservative way. She very rarely showed much skin. She typically wore, like, basketball shorts and, like, baggy sweaters. That was, like, her entire style. That was her drip. And then she did a music video. Oh, wow, my nose is bleeding. Holy shit. My nose is bleeding. Live on stream. Uh-oh. Twitch. Don't kill me, Twitch. Wow, this lady's conservatism is actually giving me so much cancer. It's giving me a nosebleed. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, help me, chat. I'm gonna die. Chat, help me. Okay, I think it's done. All right, let's hope it's done. I don't want to get banned on Twitch because Twitch bans you if you bleed for some reason. I don't know why. Boner check. It's not that. I have regular nosebleeds. Anyway, all right. Wasn't Billie Eilish known for, like, dressing in, like, basketball shorts and baggy sweatshirts? Oh, shit. Liquid bandage. Pog. Thank you. I'm right about this, right? Like, if I look up Billie Eilish... Yeah, like, everything that comes up, basically, besides this recent Vogue article... Like, she had this one music video, which was, like, a big deal because she wore, like, a tank top. But, like, this is her typical style. She was very known for, like, not dressing in, like, very traditionally sexualized or, like, yeah, she was just known for not really doing that. And then she did this music video. Where is it? She did... Fuck, where is it? I saw it pop up somewhere. Where's the one where she's in the... I don't know. It's somewhere here. It's the one where she's in the tank top. She did a music video where she was in, like, a tank top, which kind of showed off, like, a bit more skin than she would usually do. And she ended up, like, getting a ton of shit for it. But the point of the video was for the sake of body positivity, because she got body shamed quite a bit. And then she recently did a Vogue interview and a photo shoot for it in which she dressed in like a very like, it's not even all that sexualized, honestly. Like comparing this to like the average like way of dressing in like the music industry for a lot of women, like it's not even all that like, it's like, yeah, it's not nothing even all that crazy like in regards to like sexualizing. But yeah, conservatives lost their minds over it. I'll never understand this drama. It's so nothing. It's honestly sexist as fuck.
Hypocrisy that she seems to be showing, and the lack of awareness that is evident in her opinions on empowerment. A teenage pop...
Hold on, let's see this. Let's hear how this feminist here disagrees with this take. Everybody's like, you can't make a wife out of a hoe. And it's like, you're attracted to that person, though. You created that person. If those are the terms Eilish is out. Suddenly you're a hypocrite if you want to show your skin, and you're easy, and you're a slut, and you're a whore. If I am, then I'm proud. Me and all the girls are hoes. And fuck it, you know? Let's turn it around and be empowered in that. Showing your body and showing your skin, or not, should not take any respect away from you. Wow. Wow, what an unfeminist take right there. The idea that just because men will objectify you because you show your skin doesn't mean that you're any less of a person or that your value is taken away because of what men do. That's completely independent of yourself. Wow, what an unfeminist take that this feminist here is about to disagree with.
Awareness that is evident in her opinions on empowerment. A teenage pop star bearing all to telegraph her maturity is nothing new. Are we surprised that Billie Eilish did this? No. It's basically the template at this point. Because every single time, these young stars are groomed and built up to be these sexual objects by the time that it's legally allowed. According to the Chicago Alliance Against Sexual Exploitation, there are numerous misconceptions about stripping, and almost all of these misconceptions...
Wait, are we actually going to get the she deserved it, look at what she was wearing argument here? By the way, that's the logical conclusion of this mindset, by the way. The idea that it's women's fault for dressing like this, or that there's like some onus or some onus on women for behaving in these ways, or that this is what you should expect when women dress like this. You are making that excuse. This is the logical conclusion of what you're saying. She deserved it, look at what she was wearing, or why are you surprised, look what she was wearing. That is where this leads.
Are perpetuated with social media. In addition to not being a get-rich-quick scheme, women are fed the lie that stripping is a safe job, and that bouncers and security will protect them. Women in strip clubs often face physical, verbal, and sexual abuse. Research has shown that all strippers in the U.S. have faced either sexual abuse or prostitution proposals, and that 75% have dealt with stalking. Stripping is not...
Oh, hey, guess what? You know what helps that issue? For one, trying to change society in a way in which men are less likely to view women as sex objects, even if women do sexualize themselves, seeing them more than objects, and also decriminalizing sex work entirely. Hey, did you know that with any industry, decriminalizing it typically makes it safer? Because then the workers in said industry are able to speak to the police without worrying about being arrested or facing criminal charges. Oh no, but it's actually the fault of these women because they're hypocrites and because they're trying to appeal to men, and men are bad, but also we're going to blame women instead of men, even though, the ideology that this woman holds is entirely, it crumbles at the slightest, it crumbles the second you look at it with any level of a microscope. We desperately need better sex education as well. It will solve so much. Yeah, guess what I wasn't taught in school? Guess what I wasn't taught in school? I wasn't taught sex ed, for one, and I also wasn't taught about consent in school. I know that this is something that parents should already be teaching their kids, but just in case they aren't, I feel like the idea of consent, not even on a sexual level, just consent in general, like respecting the desires of your peers, is something that should just be taught on a basic level in school when it comes to any interaction. I know like manners are taught, but consent in itself is its own whole rabbit hole that should be taught to kids. Like, kids should know not to do something if another person doesn't want it to be done. Like, this is a basic idea everyone should be taught from a young age.
not a secure job. You might make $500 in as little as 4 hours, or you could dance all night and make $10. Add in the fact that strippers have to pay to keep up glamorous image.
Hey, guess what? I'm a streamer, and I can make $500 in 3 hours, and then sometimes I can make $10 in 10 hours. It's happened. I've done 5 to 10 hour streams where I've only made like $20. It happens. It's unfortunate, but it happens. Guess what? Decriminalizing sex work and helping to mainstream it more so it's safer and more profitable. There you go. Yeah, right there. That's how we solve that problem.
Hair extensions, blowouts, lingerie, shoes, and makeup, as well as pay fees to the club they work in to even get the opportunity to dance. A girl may well...
You know what's also worth pointing out here? Have you noticed that the way that she's wording this makes it kind of sound like women only sexualize themselves or try to look pretty for men? Or that most women who do this are like strippers or whatever? Maybe I'm wrong here, but most women I've met and most women that I know don't put on makeup and dress pretty for men. Usually it's either for themselves or for other women. Or just because it makes them feel good. Yeah, like at least like my girlfriend, she puts on like she puts on makeup for fun because she likes doing it. It's her hobby. She buys like a shit ton of makeup and she puts it on, she takes it off, and then she puts on makeup in a different way. She's not going out most of the time. It's like women do that kind of stuff. Women like to put makeup on each other and dress pretty because it's fun. They find it fun. They find it enjoyable. They do it for themselves. It's not just for the male gaze or whatever. Although I doubt this woman even knows the term the male gaze. That's more of a actually feminist talking point. And this lady's a TERF. And TERFs aren't actual feminists. Yeah, she's doing a Jordan Peterson argument here. This woman is a conservative, masquerading as a feminist, as all TERFs are.
Come out negative. Clubs may also demand a commission on tips of up to 20% and may fine the dancers for breaking arbitrary rules, such as wearing the wrong shoes or failing to please a patron. Stripping is not empowering. It teaches women that their only value is in their bodies and that a price can be placed on their intimacy. A woman's self-esteem can...
Wow, here are some bad practices in the stripping industry, and here's how that makes the entire job of sex work not empowering. Nice meme. Wait, does she know the definition of empowerment? Chat, you do realize that empowerment is entirely subjective, right? Empowerment isn't an objective thing. Empowerment means something different to many different people. Empowerment is being a trad wife to some people. Empowerment is being a strong, independent woman, non-trad wife to some people. Empowerment can be sitting down and reading a book to some people. And empowerment can be going out to the gym and lifting 100 billion pounds and looking like a big beef monster, okay? Empowerment is completely subjective to somebody because empowerment is a feeling, not a tangible thing.
Can plummet when men won't pay for her. And stripping has been shown to make women fearful and distrusting of men. I mean, what doesn't? Women are taught that they're...
Guys, I can't stress this enough, okay? TERFs hate men, all right? That's all it is, okay? Let me take you on a roller coaster ride through the broken and completely illogical ideology of the TERF, okay? Here's what TERFs believe, okay? Men are bad and men are predators, okay? Men have penises. Trans women have penises. So thus trans women are men, and thus trans women are evil predators. That is the TERF mindset. Now, of course, this crumbles under any amount of scrutiny, but then again, you know what? Then again, as our hero, Arthur Morgan from Red Dead Redemption once said, our hero, I'll go ahead and play the quote because he can say it better than anyone else.
Hey there, cowpokes, Arthur Morgan here. Be beautiful to each other, keep loving Red Dead, keep loving everyone, and don't forget, TERFs ain't got no friends.
It's true. He's not wrong. TERFs ain't got no friends.
Bodies are not enough and often seek plastic surgery to perfect their appearances. Eating disorders are prevalent, and the women who cannot afford surgery try to be more suggestive to compensate for their physical faults. We've all seen the rise of TikTokers and YouTubers and influencers who are creating OnlyFans accounts. The truth about OnlyFans is that it's a multi-level marketing scheme, not unlike any other pyramid scheme that you've heard of.
What? Does she know what a pyramid scheme is? What the fuck are you talking about? That's not what multi-level marketing or pyramid schemes are. What the fuck are you talking about? That's not how that works. What? OnlyFans is basically like Twitch or Patreon, but focused more on sex work. What? It's basically if what I did was behind a paywall and if I was doing porn. That's basically what OnlyFans is. In fact, OnlyFans is like one of the safest ways to engage in sex work because there's a lot more protection for the creators behind it. Granted, of course, that sometimes you do get stalking and there's some stuff that happens, but for the most part, OnlyFans does a good job of protecting your information and keeping you and being able to block people from interacting with you or seeing your content if you don't want them to. They also give you the ability to copyright your intellectual property, which, by the way, if you're a sex worker and you make porn or you put out nudes, legally speaking, those images, if you have them monetized, are your intellectual property, and you can copyright that.
Recruiters earn 5% of the recruitee's first yearly earnings. Rags to riches advertising targets young women facing high...
Oh, that's why she called it a multi-marketing scheme, because she just doesn't know what it is. When she thinks of a multi-level marketing scheme or a pyramid scheme, she thinks of people bringing others into a thing, but she doesn't realize the way that a pyramid scheme... Hold on, can I show you guys what an actual pyramid scheme or multi-level marketing scheme is? Hold on. So, here's what a pyramid scheme is, all right? The idea of a pyramid scheme, essentially, is that... let's say... Here's a good example, okay? Let's say you got a product, okay? Let's say you got a product, okay? And you are supposed to sell it. And your job is actually to sell it to people and then get those people to also get in and sell that product for you. And the idea is, or the way they advertise it is, that you would be an employee of somebody, and then you would have your own employees who would be doing things, and then they would have employees, and down and down and down, and then the money would sort of trickle up. Get it? Yeah? It would trickle up, and you would make commission off the commission of the people who made the commission off of the person you make commission off of, and then the person above you would make commission off of you, and so on and so on and so on and so on, right? Now, of course, all of the money always ends up going to the very top of the pyramid. That's why it's called a pyramid scheme, and it's a scam. It's very similar when it comes to multi-level marketing. She's trying to draw the comparison here because OnlyFans is a service in which you can put your content behind a paywall, and a lot of people make money off of it, and some people who do OnlyFans encourage other people to do OnlyFans. Even though I don't believe OnlyFans has any system where someone becomes your employee if you get them in on it, and then you make commission. That's not even how it works. It's more of a rectangle than a pyramid. Yeah, this is like saying that Twitch or YouTube are pyramid schemes too.
University fees.
Yeah, I guess OnlyFans is a referral system, but then again, so do plenty of very reputable companies. Amazon has referral systems. You can be sponsored by Amazon and get an Amazon referral code to get a discount on a product.
Pressure to provide novelty. Customer base only interested in the new, either new women or new sex acts. Control.
New women or new sex acts? What's a new woman? Hold on, am I like out of touch? What's a new woman? Wait, did they make Women 2? Did I miss it? When did they release Women 2? Trans people? Ah, yeah, maybe. Yeah, trans people are women too. Nice meme.
Of your own hours. Customers will share your content for free so that you cannot profit perpetually from limited content. Female empowerment. Recruiters, current users, will promote it as empowering, but the novelty pipeline will demand increasing degradation.
Wait, this looks like a Facebook boomer meme. Hold on, let's see. Recruitment. Recruiters earn 5% of their recruitees' first-year earnings. That's just an affiliate program. Plenty of things do this. I'm pretty sure, like, most video games do this. Whenever I sign... Yeah, no, Fortnite does this. I know Fortnite does this. League of Legends... Actually, League of Legends is a cult and a scam. League of Legends is actually bad. Okay. Now, no, all jokes aside, to be fair, like, games do this. Like, if you join a game, they'll be like, hey, did someone refer you to this game? And you put down their, like, the player name, and they give you a, yeah, Rainbow Six does this, and they'll typically give you, like, an XP boost or, like, a discount on the game or something like that. Pressure to provide novelty. Customer base only interested in either new women or new sex acts. I don't know what new women or new sex acts are. I don't know how many new sex acts have been invented. I know, although, to be fair, how new is the frozen Alaska pipeline? That's when you shit into a condom and then you put it into the freezer, and then, like, you freeze the shit condom, then you pull it out, and you use the shit condom as as like a dildo. How new is that one? Is that a new sex act? Chat? You okay? You guys sound pretty disgusted by what I just said. Yeah, maybe it's just sex too. Pressure to provide novelty to a customer base is true of literally every market. There's nothing special about this. I'm pressured to add some novelty or something new to my content. So apparently female empowerment is part of pyramid schemes. I didn't know that. Recruiters, current users will promote it as empowering, but the novelty pipeline will demand increasing degradation. So this is pretty interesting because, for one, the majority of sex workers that I know, it's just their job. Like, it's not their way of life or anything. It's just their job. And the extent to which they defend their job is that they say, no, I'm not demeaned. I'm not less of a person for doing it. If you imply that I'm, like, degrading myself, then it's implying that I'm less of a person for doing this. That, like, yeah, it's not like... I don't know anyone who makes their life about sex work. Like, every aspect of their personality is about that. Rags to riches advertising targets young women facing high university fees. That is true. That is true. But that's also true of every job. Everybody wants to make money. Control of your own hours. Well, yeah, that's true of YouTube and every single, like, do-it-yourself job where you're like an independent content creator. Also, yeah, no, like, I control my own hours. Twitch streamers control their own hours. YouTubers control their own hours. This is true of every job that isn't like a cagey wage slave job. Most lose money. The OnlyFans market is already gutted, and only those who got in at the beginning can expect to see substantial profit from recruitment. Most lose money? That's different from what's said here. Wait, how do you lose money on OnlyFans? The only way I can think of you losing money is that OnlyFans probably takes a cut of your income, but that's not losing money. You're still gaining. If you start with $0 and then you make $5, but OnlyFans takes 50 cents, you're still making $4.50. I guess because it costs money to exist. That's true of every job then. That's true of any way of making money in the world if your country charges taxes. Startup costs? There are no startup costs on OnlyFans. Maybe if you invest in like a dildo or a vibrator or something, maybe? I don't know. This makes absolutely no fucking sense. Like, 90% of these apply to every job or every, like, type of job like what I do, which is, like, you know, content creation, independent content creation, and the rest apply to every single market or company.
Control of your own hours. Customers will share your content for free so that you cannot profit perpetually from limited content. Female empowerment. Recruiters, current users, will promote it as empowering, but the novelty pipeline will demand increasing degradation. The OnlyFans market is already glutted, and only those who got in at the beginning can expect to see substantial profit from recruitment. OnlyFans, founded in 2016 and based in Britain, has boomed in popularity.
That's also not true, by the way. That, like, there's no content barrier or there's no barrier of entry based on time that you get into it, or at least any more than you would in any other job. Like, at least for me, it's very similar to YouTube and Twitch. I find that sex work can be, in many cases, comparable to doing YouTube or Twitch. So if you're a YouTuber and you're just now starting, yeah, it's probably going to be harder to grow an audience than it is if you were doing it back in the day, like back when YouTube was still a lot newer and there were less content creators to compete with, which is why, just like with any other job like this and with sex work, you got to do something to set yourself apart from other content creators in order to get ahead. I like to think I do enough to set myself apart, and my personality and my general personality and way of presenting my content that sets me apart and helps me grow my channel. But hey, I mean, it's true of sex work as well. It's nothing special. Hey, Vermin.
During the pandemic. As of December, it had more than 90 million users and more than 1 million content creators. Up from
Also, I like how this conservative who claims to be a feminist is probably against the underpaid paramedics during COVID who started OnlyFans accounts and were able to actually pay their bills, or the teachers who during the pandemic started OnlyFans accounts and were able to pay the bills. Like teachers and paramedics who are criminally underpaid, like literally taking things in their own hands and making more money. Yeah, like, come on. How does this woman think she's a feminist?
120,000 in 2019. With millions of Americans unemployed, people are turning to OnlyFans in an attempt to provide for themselves and their families. The pandemic has taken a particularly devastating toll on women and mothers, wiping out parts of the economy where women dominate: retail businesses, restaurants, and healthcare. A lot of people are migrating to OnlyFans out of desperation. Here's some screenshots from several universities.
Wow, damn. Isn't it good that OnlyFans exists as a way for people to voluntarily make content in order to help them out during an economic crisis? Wow. Yeah, isn't that good? You'd think that would be good, huh? Yeah, hey, I can think of a particular economic system that might be the fault of that.
Who are promoting sex work, aka prostituting on OnlyFans, to their students as a viable side job to work while they're going through school. Ryerson University is in Toronto, aka one of the most expensive cities to live in the entire country. So because they can't afford to pay their rent or they can't afford to feed themselves and go to Ryerson, they should just sell their bodies online.
If they want to.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, if
Outlets
they want
like the
to.
New York Times says it has put X-rated entertainment in the hands of its entertainers. But
Yeah.
based on the experiences of women who use OnlyFans, it's clear that the service is far from safe. Many of the women are paid to reenact the sexual fantasies of male subscribers and are told by
If they
private
want to.
message exactly what they are expecting from each post. There are some real weirdos out there.
Yeah. If you do sex work, you're going to run into creeps. You can deny their requests, though. That's a thing that you can do. Yeah. That's true of any job. Actually, it's not. It's almost only true of like OnlyFans. Actually, if your boss asks you to do something you don't feel like doing at your normal job, your only option is to do it or possibly get fired or reprimanded. But with OnlyFans, you can actually just say nope. Okay, I'm sorry, but does she not look like someone who is anti-porn? It's driving me insane. Yeah, just like looking at her, I would look at her on the street and be like, wow, you look like you hate any woman who does sex work.
Yeah. Speaking of weirdos, let's talk about Elijah. This woman...
Shouldn't we blame the weirdos and not the women doing the sex work and getting, like, harassed by weirdos? Defending sex work is a capitalist thing to do? Nice. Have fun being banned. Uh-oh. Seems like one of the tankies that was shitting, that's been like harassing Merrick for the last year was in my YouTube chat.
Named Kate on Twitter, top 0.41% of OnlyFans, is trying to convince us that women can consent to getting bludgeoned in the face in the name of creating content to facilitate male masturbation. Wow.
Yeah. Do you know what consent is? Oh, I see how it... No, hold on. I know what her problem... To facilitate male masturbation. I get it. She's mad that there are women out there that are completely voluntarily making content that appeases the sexual desires of men. Because she is a TERF after all, and she does hate men. So, that is true.
Whilst the money pours in from OnlyFans, and young, broke, and often vulnerable women are drawn...
Is it? I'm sure this is... Wait, is this the same TERF that made a video harassing Samantha Lux? I think it is. Hold on. I believe she got banned for it from YouTube, too. Oh yeah, Samantha. Yeah, we'll finish off the segment with checking out Samantha Lux's video
Hi guys,
on this.
welcome back to my channel. So the day has finally come. Mama, I made it. A transphobe finally dedicated an entire video to me. I feel so honored. A whole video just to call me a man. Love to see it. This transphobe really doesn't make a single argument, so it's just gonna be fun to watch, to be honest. I post new videos every Monday and Thursday here on my channel, so if you guys are not yet subscribed, make sure that you do that right now. Go ahead, I'll wait for you. I feel like it's not as powerful when I don't have nails. Are you done? Thank you very much. And also, shout out to you if you're already subscribed. I see you. Y'all are the best. Love you. Make sure to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok to keep us up to date with me as possible.
Hold on, I want to see if it's the same person. Oh god, it is. Oh my god. Chat, I don't want to body shame, but like... She looks like a TERF, okay? When I imagine a TERF, or someone who's like really swerfy and sex negative, this is what I imagine. Someone who just goes out of their way to like, look as bland as possible. Yeah, TERF phrenology. Listen, I believe in phrenology when it comes to TERFs and British people, okay? TERFs and British people, which typically have a lot of crossover, that's when I believe in racism, discrimination, and phrenology. Only when it applies to TERFs and British people.
An artist and a sewist from Canada, and today I'm going to be making a video reacting to Samantha Lux. He made a couple different videos about bottom surgery, so I'm going to be kind of...
Ooh. The blatant misgender. Oof. Wow. That's a brave one. This one got this is the video that got that lady banned from YouTube, and the account that we were replying to actually ended up getting is like a ban evading alt. I hope she gets rebanned after this this video goes up.
His assumptions and his experience of bottom surgery and some of the facts.
Okay, alright, here we go. First of all, this bitch is a sewist and a photographer. We love sewists, we love photographers, but don't try to come at me and tell me that you know better than me. Somebody who's actually gone through the surgery, somebody who has first-hand experience, that you know better than I do what bottom surgery is like. Also, when I was printing out this video, my mom came in and I showed her the person that made this video. And she was like, this bitch is a photographer with that clashing background, with that shirt, she's a sewist. My mom's a real...
Okay. If Samantha Lux's mom was able to do the dunk that I did, then I can't get canceled, okay? I'm alright. I'm alright. Yeah, no, listen, TERFs and swerfs, they all really do just hate men. And ironically, their hatred of men typically ends up sort of culminating in aggressive and discriminatory behavior towards women. Especially women who don't hate men or do anything that they consider to be a benefit to men. And then, of course, you have their virulent and irrational hatred of trans women. And their super weird, condescending, and just overall, the best way to describe it infantilization of trans men. Yeah. Who'd call this woman he? Like how? Someone who, listen, I'm going to be very clear here. If you are so transphobic that you're willing to call the person on screen right now by he, him pronouns, you need to look at yourself and reevaluate everything about your life. Because if you're at that point, your brain is fucking broken, okay? Like, come on. Let's be real. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, subscribe, and ring the bell icon if you're new and you want to see more content from me. Only 60% of my viewers are actually subscribed, so let's change that. Let's make that ratio 100%. Anyway, you can also follow me on Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram through links in the description, as well as subbing to me on OnlyFans. No, I don't have an OnlyFans. Maybe one day, though. You can also sub to me on Patreon and join my fan Discord, as well as donating or subscribing to me on my website, xanderhal.com/live, or on YouTube through the join button or the super chat button. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and have a good one.